Etheridge guy. Well, field of SR1 and pro and amateur naturally aspirated. What a field. Are you coming down to interview your brother? Yes! Well, we got to interview him when he made the podium, but now he's running pro, and right? He's running pro today, right? So now this is the big deal. So poor brother, and that boy better be happy as all heck right now because he is leading a stacked field of pro cars. And you know what else? I'm going to say the obvious. He beat Brandon Kilgore. Boom! There it is! Mia Chapman, how does that feel?
No, that was an awesome race to watch. I was on my toes the whole time. I don't know why all of a sudden I started getting nervous watching him race, but yeah, killer race put on by all of these drivers, especially the SR1 drivers driving from the back all the way to the front and midfield. That's pretty impressive.
Man, that is awesome, awesome. All right. Whoa! No! So now we got a 1, 2, 3 Scott Webster and Charles Etheridge up in smoke. The second SR1 engine down today. What the heck? Oh, man. Well, I won't need this one, but I'll need this one. Unofficially, Ryder Chapman out in front with first place, second place, Trenton Ouellette, and third, Cruz Worley. Let's talk with these drivers. Look at all that dust. Look at all that smoke. What a race.
I might get more out of him if you interview.
All right, let's go. I'll get it. I'd love to interview your brother.
I know he's going to be happy, though.
Yeah,
He needed
no,
that.
he better be.
That's the car that Bobby, that's the one that he usually drives.
He's kicking himself in the butt right there because well, I see the crowd down here gathered around. What'd you guys think of that race? Make some noise out there. Now that was a race. And I'm excited to talk with these drivers here. And, man, what can I tell you, boys and girls? What a race. Everybody out there, the SR1s mixed together. You know, we've talked about it to see where the SR1s rate with the pro cars. And now we've got the race that we needed and wanted. And, wow, what a great deal. And the big shocker out there, a young man, you saw him rail the turn one on the start. right off the bat, Ryder Chapman way on the outside of turn 1 and was able to get it done. And we're going to talk with Ryder. And I do believe this is Ryder's first pro race. So let's talk with them. I'm going to come over here and grab my slip. And I need that one. Make sure. Thank you. 33? All right. And this is exactly why. Okay, now, I don't know the separation of events up here, so. So give me a second. We have 3 classes out here. We have the pros, we have the amateurs, and we have the SR1. So, and waiting for Jen to get it here. I will let you guys know. I don't know. Me being the voice, I don't know. But I would hope so. All right, so. Yep.
16 is second.
Yep.
33 is third.
All right, very good. So this is Jonah Bishop, is that right? Yeah. That's right. All right, so Jonah, man, what a race. A lot of cars out there. I didn't know which ones were which on here to announce, but now we know. You had to have had a great race out there. There was chaos. There was bumper. There was door-to-door action. There were blown engines. There were rollovers. You had just about everything in the race. What did you do to stay clean to get to third?
It could have been better. I was in pole. I got second off the start, and I almost got taken out, but I saved it right before the K-rail. My arm's hurting pretty bad, but we still made it.
Man, the arm injury, is that from tugging on the wheel, or it hurt?
Twisted completely while I was holding it, but we were able to get it. Dad changed the tires, and I think Van Beek himself just changed the tires real fast, so we were able to get the car back out.
All right, well, very good. Well, we got one more day of racing. What's going to be your strategy going into tomorrow?
Oh, I'll just hug the inside next time.
I think that's smart idea. All right, well, let's talk about the people that make your race program happen.
Big thanks to TPR Industry, Andrew at Sneaky Tuned, HDR Suspension, Victory Heating and Air, Rancho Engine Machine, FSP Motorsports, OG Racing, GG Lights, Victory Heating and Air, my parents, and everyone else that helps us.
All right, well, there you have it. You guys better make some noise out there. My man Bishop, Jonah Bishop in the 33. And then we got Cruz Worley right here. Is that right?
Yep.
Right, just making sure I got everything right. As you heard me say to him, man, we had a little bit of everything in that race. What did you do there to get here second place? You almost got to build you a force field around your car to make sure nothing happens. What did you do?
Yeah, it was crazy out there. I just had to give it all I had, and that's how I ended up here.
Man, you got to love that. I love that driving style. Just give it all from the start, and then pray everything holds together and comes together. Well, that's a great day. All right, a little bit of warmth. How do you deal with the warmth today?
I kind of I'm from SoCal, so it doesn't really affect me.
Nice. You know, I have to agree with you again. I was a Cali boy, but I'm an Arizonian now, so it doesn't bother me. I'm a warm-blooded mammal. Well, great. Well, let's talk about the people that make your race program happen.
All right, first, big shout-out to Shailene Co. for getting my car dialed for the race. Then my dad, SDI, Polaris Fraser, Walker Evans, Vista Design, and everyone else that helps me.
All right, Cruz Worley, everybody, great job out here. But we got, man, I mean, you just railed it. It is a 922 Trent, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, make sure, dude, on rails out there, everything looked great from the booth. And, man, what a race. What can I say, man? You got to be happy with your performance out there.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy with the SR1s, and amateur guys came through, man. They laid the whooping on us. But
can you believe that?
Huge thank you to 2X Motorsports, 518 Designs, my grandma, my grandpa, all my friends and family that came out here. It was a good one.
All right, that no said, then I'm going to get out this way. Big round of applause, your pro class out there. As you heard it, a little bit of sketchy out there with the SR1s, but they got it done. And coming up next, then we're going to let the amateurs up here, and that is, as you heard my man Trenton say, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? We better get these. Come on, boys. It's your podium. Let's go. And Ryder Chapman, boy, I am so proud of you. Get on up here. And I'm going to have to get it one at a time. Who else was up here in the amateurs? Jen, you got my other racers? If not, all right. Well, you know what? They can come up if they want to. If not, I'm just going to start interviewing you. Man, you heard Trenton just say, you just checked. It might be time that you get up here to the pro.
Oh, I'm going up next year, but this race was for sure fun. The beginning was just cars everywhere. There was a lot of chaos, so I knew if I just stayed clean that I would last to the end of the race and not get taken out, and it worked out. And I just checked out for everyone once I got clean air.
All right, well, what I want you to do is I want you to go over there and look at turn 1. There, probably already too late. But 2 tracks less than 3 feet from the wall. Do you know who that was?
Oh, no, yeah, that was me. That was me 100%. I got really close on that. I thought I was hitting it for sure.
I thought your sister was going to come out of the seat and run down there to make sure you're okay. She was on edge, making sure that everything went well for you.
Oh, yeah, it was most definitely a butt pucker moment, slamming on the brakes. So I thought I was going to be out the first turn, first lap, but race went really good. It was fun. The people I want to thank is my mom and dad, R&R Steel, Bob and Meredith. Really, they've done a lot for me, and Bob for letting me run this car. This car was great. E2R shocks, Muzzies, AIM. Sorry, throat try. Polaris Razor, Yaw Power suspension, and Walker Evans, and just anybody who comes out here and supports us. Any of the spectators, if anybody came out, it was good. Muzzy has done more than enough for us. I thank him. And just thank you.
Ryder Chapman, everybody, at the top of the box. And well, let's talk about it. Now we got our drivers up here. Okay, what a race! Everything was going crazy. Everybody was going everywhere. And what was it like from your seat?
Hectic.
Now that's the answer. See, that is the answer I've been wanting from everybody up here. Definitely a hectic race out there. SR1's out there, pros out there, and you guys were just giving the pros a little bit to think about.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Awesome.
You switching to pro soon?
I doubt it.
I think you can handle it.
I don't know. My mom probably won't let me.
Well, you know what, Mom? It might be time to let this boy see what he can do. All right, well, let's get the people that you want to say thank you to.
My mom, dad, Jimmy from Extreme Machine Fabrication, and Method Wheels.
All right, well, very good. Plain and simple, Cleveland. Let's keep it going. Man, that Arctic Cat came through for you, and you got it done here in 3rd place.
That was a very intense race.
that is the consensus that everybody's saying. As you heard, it's hectic. Was it hectic for you?
Every turn there seemed to be something different. There was no breathing room.
Well, that's good. You know what? That's a way you learn how to drive, and you stayed clean, and you got here to the podium once again.
Clean driving, smooth driving is fast.
All right, very good. Well, I'm going to let you guys get over there to that camera. Make some noise for your amateurs. Congratulations, Ryder Chapman. Well, next up to the podium is a class that I was really intrigued. Couldn't wait to see here at court. Let's get these SR1s up here. Brandon Kilgore, what can I say? No stranger to this podium. What a great job. Weaved through the entire field out there, of course. This young lady, boy, we got to talk about this. And look at this, the old man on this podium. Wait, another one? What? How many? Okay, how many grandchildren now you got?
4.
So, you know, back in the day, about 7 years ago, I said the old man. You were still kind of offended. But now that you come here and I say, the old man, Scott Webster, you can't be that offended with 4 grandchildren.
I'm not offended at all, I'll take whatever you call me. I'm fine with it.
Well, no matter what I call you, I still love you, my brother. And you know what? You did a great job out there. I heard that you barely got the engine in the car, literally barely got it in there. And as you raced to get here behind this stacked field of other cars out here to race the SR1s out here, you got it done, and unfortunately, Charles went up in smoke as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wish that wouldn't have happened. First of all, I blew the motor in qualifying on the 2nd lap, so I only got 1 full lap. I pretty much called it a day, and then Weller said he's got a motor, he can go to the shop. They pitched in. There was so many people that helped us get this done and just to get on the track, including Core, because I think they held it up a little bit.
They did.
But it's awesome to be out there. I made some errors and put myself in a position to not podium. Unfortunately, Charlie blew his motor, and I snuck in. I'll take it.
Man, this Charlie guy, he was fast. You know, qualifying, I think he was almost kind of sandbagging a little bit. Played back just so he could get it. But during the race, he was pretty fast.
He was very fast, and he worked harder than I did putting my motor in. So I feel terrible that happened to him. Congratulations to him.
All right. Congratulations to you. And let me ask you this one last question. If we take this on full time, you coming back to racing?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Woo! Woo! That's what I wanted to hear. Oh, no. Oh, man, it's terrible. All right, anybody else you want to say thank you to?
Obviously, everybody who helped do the motor for me, I really appreciate it. All my friends that come out. My wife, Susie. Derek did a great job spotting. Thanks, everybody for the race dragging on and being patient.
All right, Scott Webster, everybody, great job. Made it to the podium. Well, Corey Weller, I got a few things here. I know you guys had a race in another stack field. That's a little different. But you were making way, and you had your sights set on Brandon Kilgore. Something must have happened out of my sight, and here you are at the end of the field. I got to ask, what happened?
Dirt on the asphalt and a really heavy right foot happened. So I looped it completely around out there, and I was like, oh, here we go. Yeah, we're spinning.
Well, you know what? A different car out here. It's just funny to see you without Honey Badger, and but you still are just blazing out here and picking your way through the field. And again, we know Brandon's fast, but you had him in your sight. I really thought we were days of old Corey Weller, Brandon Kilgore battle.
I was trying. I was really trying. I thank you to the NAs that we ran with, because I feel like we're guests in their class, and it was really fun that it wasn't just the four of us in the field. So it's hard to be racy and not be too aggressive. You know, I don't want to hit anybody. I don't want to get into people. I don't want them to be like, why are they in our class? So, you know, hopefully we all work through the field without doing too much touching. That was really my goal for today, and trying to get to Brandon. I got ahead of him for like 2 seconds. I was like, yeah, and then and then I was like, oh, there he goes. So, but it was really fun. Huge shout out to Weller Racing, the guys at the shop. We don't really have to prep too much on these cars, thankfully. So it was more just wiping it down, making sure it was good. I'm really glad Scott got his car running. It's always more fun when we get everybody on the field, and we'll have to see what we can do for Charlie, because he drives a long ways to come out here. So huge shout out to everybody again, our guys from the shop coming out here helping all weekend. I know they don't have to do this, and we appreciate it. And yeah, everybody sitting in the sun watching our class. Thank you.
Well, you better get back to the shop and get another engine, because it's going to be 4 wide tomorrow. Corey Weller, everybody, a true champion. But the winner in this SR1, Brandon Kilgore. Wow, dude. You know, I have to say it. I went right back into 7 years ago where it was just, here we are, the same thing. And, dude, you just ran flawless. You were patient. I was watching you, working your way, as Corey said, you know, as you got in. You did a great job staying clean, and I noticed you got on the binders way more often than you normally do to avoid that. And congratulations on the win.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thanks to Core for letting us do that, and all the other classes for being okay with it. I'm sure some weren't, and you know, like Corey said, hopefully we did all right and didn't upset anybody. We really appreciate them letting us do that. So that was a lot of fun, kind of like old times, having a bunch of cars. And you know, if Core's going to have us back in 2025, I think we can have cars like that again. I was just want to call out some of the guys like Bo and Fonz over there that are watching their kids race, and they should be out here racing, and you know, they got no excuses, so they need to get some cars and come out there and race with us. We could have 10, 15 cars next year, no problem. So yeah, hopefully we see all that happen, because this is a ton of fun. And my car's sad. I won last race. I changed the oil. It cost me $45.
Dang it!
And it took maybe about half hour, 45 minutes, because I had a beer or two while I was doing it. And so this is the easiest class. Come out and have fun, and you know, change your oil, and it goes well. You know, keep the engine clean, change the oil, you're golden.
I love it, man. And just like I said, it did bring me back to the good old days. All right, let's hear about the people you want to say thank you to.
Branson's Resort business for allowing us to do this and making this all happen, but my family for being out here, my wife, kids, there's so much fun having them all out here. My brother, my dad for spotting, all of our friends for coming out, and it's just it's such a good time to come out here and see everybody. And again, Core, all the people, this organization's great. All you guys are awesome, and thank you.
There it is, everybody, the SR1 class, the old man, third place. Corey Weller, arguably the winningest driver in off-road short course racing history. And Brandon Kilgore, business as usual, back on top. Love this young. You proud of that young man?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Susie, awesome to talk to. I'm a little sweaty. Sorry, it's hot. Good job to you guys as well. Good job to the Weller boys. All right. Who do we got coming up next? As I look up, and I don't see a Mia Chapman. Congratulations to the winners. We got another class. Stick around. a good time. Well, Mia Chapman, that was exciting, and I got to tell you, I thought your brother was in the pro class, but I mean, especially as you heard the winner of the pro class talking about it, Trenton Ouellette, he said, "Man, I can't believe we let the amateurs beat up on us." You know what? I think, and that makes me think immediately, it is time for those boys and girls. It's pro time. It's pro time. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, yes and no, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
no,
whenever you feel ready, move up, but sometimes the pro class can be worse than the amateur class. Been in those situations before, so I understand that part.
I guess the thing that I'm making a decision on is if I were to walk out there and look at a stacked field like that and realize that it was, 70% pros, and you just took them all to school, including Brandon Kilgore in an SR1. Brandon knows every nut and bolt of that car. He knows exactly the way that car goes into a corner. He knows exactly how far to push down on the accelerator. He knows exactly what gear to have that car in this course with his eyes. He probably could do this course with his eyes closed. And your brother just put a hurting on him. I guess what I'm saying is, number one, I am so proud of your brother right now. He did so good, and it felt so good to see him out front.
Yeah, no, that was an awesome race to watch for sure. I think I was white-knuckled the entire time. I didn't used to be like this, and the older I get, I don't know, something changed, but...
This motherly instinct in you, now you're not mad at your mother no more?
I'm just kidding.
I'll stay mad at my mom.
No, that was an awesome race. So I think everybody absolutely killed it with there being 3 different classes out there at the same time. It could have been bad, chaotic, all of the above, but yeah, that was really awesome to see.
I think the best word that was actually used out there to describe that race, as you heard Li Min say it was hectic. It was hectic.
Definitely.
That was awesome, though. All right. Well, let's see who we got coming up. Just a few more races left in our race schedule. And up next, the Youth Naturally Aspirated Open with Carson Greco, Mason Cotter, Nolan Bishop out here again, and Brian Willett. This guy, wait till you see Brian. I love watching this guy race. And here back in row 3, we're going to have Mark Queen out there and Jesse Johnson in row number 3. And now row number 4. We're going to have Cameron Leeming out there, as long as everything is good over there. Chase Crawford ending off row 4, and row 5, Jackson. And this is that other name I was telling you about. And it said totally different. Remember that one?
Yes,
Let's see. You have Apple? Do you have Apple? Yeah. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go like this to me. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. And then I'm going to... That's right. We're going to figure it out right now. We're going to figure it out. Look at this. Hodegi. Hodegi. Yeah. Hodegi. I bet that's it. Hodegi. We had it right. See? Wow. All right. That's oh, that's right. You got to get out of here. All right, Mia Chapman going to get strapped in, and we got our next race. It is the Youth Naturally Aspirated Open. But the 6'10" leading up to Mason Cotter will lead him into turn 1. And right behind him, it is Carson Greco, side by side down the back straightaway. Who's it gonna be? They're still side by side coming into turn 2. Greco with a slight edge over the ski jump. And Greco out front now. But the other out there, Mason Cotter. And the 1032, for whatever reason, checking up. And the rolled over car. Unfortunately, that is a broken steering component. That car is not going to be able to continue. And what was odd there, the 1032 of Nolan Bishop checked up hard right there. I'm wondering if there was something on the course. And then the car that you see that rolled over, and I do believe that is the 808 car of Chase Crawford. Unfortunately, either had nowhere to go or hit the same obstacle that was in the course. And Chase Crawford with an otherwise easy rollover and was getting ready to take back up, but unfortunately the steering in that car is completely damaged beyond repair. And let's see if we can find out that obstacle right there coming out of turn 3 on the inside. And I don't see any obstacle there, so what a tough break. And another car coming in here. Broken steering, unfortunately, for the Greco car. And that's going to be a hard luck right there. With another casualty, and I didn't get to see anything that happened to Greco that made that steering break, but now that's going to hand the lead over to Mason Cotter in that green car. And we'll see this time coming around. Mason Cotter with the 1032 of Nolan Bishop and the 1866 of Cameron Leeming, your top 3. So a little bit of carnage to clean up here. As you see the leaders, whoa, Cameron Levy now spinning it out, handing out third place now. We're going to have a little bit of a change here with a few cars already out because of steering issues. And now third place inherited by the 951 car of Brian Willett. But Cameron Leeming with a mistake there into turn 5, spinning around and handing that third place to Brian Willett. But Cameron Leeming has the speed to reel in Brian Willett. And now the number Y19 of Jesse Johnson coming into the battle, watching that for third place. As Brian Willett and Cameron Leeming still not letting either go. But now the 1032 of Nolan Bishop coming closer to Mason Cotter. We might have a race. Mason Cotter with a little bit of error there in turn 1. Pushing to the outside as both cars race down the back straightaway coming into turn 2. And great drone footage there. You can see just how close they are. And Mason Cotter going to have to run smooth because the 1032 car of Nolan Bishop has the speed. And they are trading lines right now. You can see the lines that they are taking, very similar. Lots of grooving there in turn 5. You can see it. Whoa! Mason Cotter with a little bit of a push through turn 6. Did that give him enough room for Nolan Bishop to bridge that gap? Oh, off the course! But no spots lost. Jesse Johnson a little bit aggressive into turn 1, coming out of turn 1. And Brian Willett now, 3rd place coming into turn 3. Here we go, competition yellow out for the 610 car of Mason Cotter, and the rest of the field follows. Nolan Bishop trying to bridge that gap early going into turn 1 one more time, a little sideways. And a race to the yellow. Brian Willett now in 3rd place with Cameron Leeming right there after a very uncharacteristic spin out in turn 5. So we're going to bunch this field up and make it come around. I think we only have a couple more. Yeah, 2 more. Yeah, 2 more after this one. We have Youth Limited and the Pros, the big class. This is the big class. So, I mean, car count, this one's going to be the biggest, but this will be. Yeah, they're awesome. You're going to want to watch the last one. You're going to want to watch the last race. The Pros, they're the ones. You know, Laura and I are buying. So, I want you. Selling everything I own for the cheap reason. Understand what I'm saying? You just have to show me you want to race. I ain't gonna spend my time. Get it. All right. Up here talking to my son about racing. Maybe you guys could hear it on the Dive Track feed. So here we go. Now we got him here. The Jones, Ford, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram of Wickenburg out here with the Pace truck that we have out here. What a beautiful TRX Ram that is. Fully Bilstein, great truck to have out here. It's keeping our pace. Well, here we go. That Jones TRX is going to pull off as you see it. But the rest of the field, Mason Cotter, Nolan Bishop, and Brian Willett. 1, 2, 3. We're back to green. Want to remind everybody, stick around. We're going to have some DJ and dancing. A big party coming up at the pits right behind me. Well, here we go. Mason Connor. Business as usual. Checking it out. Love the way that car set it up into turn one. Nolan Bishop doing everything he can to get back on the bumper and give him a run. And where are we back at over here? Cameron Leeming now putting the move to the third place car of Brian Willett. Whoa! Mason Connor slipping out. And that isn't Brian Willett, that's the Y19 car of Jesse Johnson. But Mason Connor done. I think we got a broken axle. But not done. I'm wondering what's going on. Mason Connor, all he had to do was finish it up. Wow. I'd be willing to bet there is a broken axle on the Mason Connor car, but let's see now. That's going to hand the lead over to Nolan Bishop at 10:32. The Y19 of Jesse Johnson, and now Cameron Leeming in third place. And Brian Willett, not sure what happened there, but wow, what a race. But now our leader right there, you see perfectly at 10:32. And indeed, Mason Connor not on the same pace. Having to drive that car just a little bit different. I'm willing to bet you there is a broken axle in that car. You can see the car wanting to spin out there to the left, turning to the left. But this is where it gives them the hard. Interesting, we'll find out. White flag flies for your leader, Nolan Bishop. And Jesse Johnson now. Brian Willett got around Cameron Leeming, so Brian Willett wanting that second place. And Brian to the inside of turn two. Can Brian Willett make the pass? Decided to play it easy and safe. Plenty of track to get around the Jesse Johnson car. Brian Willett to the outside of turn three, now to the inside. Brian Willett up on two wheels. And the race right there decided in turn three. Brian Willett, you are going to get an interview from me, young man. Two people I need to interview that will not be on the podium unless Brian Willett pulls it off. Still a few turns. But Mason Connor, you're getting an interview. Jesse Johnson and Brian Willett. Wow, what a race. That indeed was what a race. Is that the saying of this race? We're gonna next year in October we're gonna say, "Wow, what a race!" And hopefully we get to talk with the number 610 of Mason Connor. Like I said, I'm willing to bet you an axle, a hub, a drive, a flange, something. We'll see. Hey, what's going on? Or I'll come see you. You gotta be pretty excited today about this racing. You're good with everything?
Yeah.
Feeling all right?
Yeah.
How's your day going?
Really good.
Tell me more.
I got ninth place in my race, and I started in 12th.
Well, that's pretty dang good. You're getting faster. You feeling better with the cart?
Yeah, it's my first time racing this one.
Very good. It's good to see you out here. Did you dress up tonight? You coming to the party?
Yeah,
All right, I'll see you there.
see you there.
Come up. I'm going to let you DJ. You got to DJ for me. Can you do that while I party?
No.
Well, let's talk to the winners. We're coming up here in a second. Sit tight. Well, what a race out there. Indeed, good job. I haven't seen you all weekend. How you been? Good. Dude, come on. Let's get these boys up here. And let's get this interview. Just a couple more races left today, everybody. Starting to cool down, thank goodness. Still hot, but it's starting to cool down. So, all right. Great job. Get on up there. Brian Willett, you know where you're at. Jesse Johnson and Nolan Bishop up on top. Well, Brian Willett, you know, I love it. I always love it when I look down on my slip and it's your race and it's time for you. You're always exciting to watch. Always got something. Looks like you got a trick up your sleeve. You always got something good. You just had to race this one. You just had to be there. And lots of mistakes out there. Not only maybe one by you, but lots of carnage, lots of collateral damage. Take us through the race.
Yeah, definitely need to do some more tests on a new car, get more comfortable with it. Made a couple mistakes, almost rolled, but I was able to catch back up to third.
Good catch.
Yep.
Another mistake.
I'd like to thank my dad, my mom, my family, and my girlfriend for helping me with my racing.
Well, Brian, I always love watching you. Congratulations. We'll see it tomorrow, man. You can just get better from here.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Brian, everybody else keep it moving. Man, Jesse Johnson, taking it from the race, you had your hands full the whole race. You had to drive the entire time. There was no letting off on anything, and you did. You drove just fine, and a lot of mistakes out there, not necessarily yours as well. But man, take us through the race again.
It was a sketchy track, very sticky and slippery at the same time. I just want to thank God for keeping me safe, my Nana, Papa, Mom and Dad, and Ramsey Towing.
All right, very good. There it is, Jesse Johnson, man, a few words. But let's keep it going. Nolan Bishop, and hey, let's talk about it. I mean, Mason Cotter had it in the bag, and something happened there, but you were right there. Still a great race that you were catching him. You were right there on his pace. And in my mind as an announcer, I'm like, man, Cotter better not make a mistake because Nolan's going to be right there. And there it went. Turn 3, that car slid out, and it was your race.
That was definitely a great race. I was on his bumper getting ready to pass him, trying to get the win, and here it came. I came into the weekend not liking the track. Now I love it.
You know, a win always helps you with that. You say, I don't like the track, but I I love it now. No, I'm just kidding. You're probably the only one that was out there that ran their own race. Didn't see a lot of mistakes from you, so car held together, you held together, and you picked it up there at the end.
Yeah, well-deserved win.
I completely agree. All right, well, let's talk about the people that make the race program happen over here.
My God, my mom, my dad, Oliver G Racing, Rivershore Motorsports, Braden Baker, Willwood Racing, Bikeman, George Lamosa Racing, Hoosier Tire, Valor Wheels, and Rancho Engine Machine, Victory Heating and Air. Everyone else that helps too, thank you.
Man, he came in hating it, but now he loves it. Your winner, Nolan Bishop. And these are your winners of the NA Open. Let's talk more about this, the toy drive. I'm just hoping we reach the people, most of the people online, and get this toy drive.
Absolutely. It's most important to reach the people, who aren't here. Bring them out to the races, have some good family time, donate some toys to some kiddos.
All right, let's talk about it once again. If outside the race you want to go ahead and donate toys, you got them here at what? Where are we at?
Yeah, so we're out here at the core races. We have the toy drive box out here today, tomorrow, and in December. If you aren't able to come out to the races, you should. But if you're not able to, we have drop boxes at Ride Now Surprise, Ride Now Phoenix, and you can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook, Ms. Arizona Petite, and we will get those toys.
I love it, man. You guys better donate. I know I'm going to. Make some noise once again for your youth at the Open. We got some more racing up here, and I know the Pro Turbo, our last one. Are you excited for the Pro Turbo race?
Yeah.
Who you want to win?
I don't know though. Whoever gets top first, like whoever gets first place. So I winning too.
Right, a good race. I love to hear that. Mia Chapman out there, my co-host out there, Jason Weller out there. Who is it going to be? We got some more racing. Stick around. Well, you can always tell when we're getting to that magical moment here. Oh, my voice is starting to go. Everybody always says, I don't know how you say it. You sit there and talk all day. Well, it is, I've been doing it for quite a long time, but I got to start taking it easy on the voice. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a voice for tomorrow. And we got a little bit of a shenanigans happening here tonight at the track, and I'm pretty excited about that too. And, woo! Well, let's meet the next racers. Just 2 more races to go. And we got a lot here in this one. This is going to be a packed field, 22 cars in this youth naturally aspirated limited race. Mason Cotter going to be in this one as well. Carson Greco, Declan Shields, Cole Warner, Jackson Leeming, Mikey Childress, Cash Hart, and Kyle Niner, just to name a few. We'll go through the field, the more we know. So the more that we got, the more that we know. Sit tight, everybody. We'll get them racing here in a second. All right, let's talk more about the sponsors out here. Great sponsors here for 2024, and this is going to continue. We loved having Jones, Ford, Jeep, Dodge Chrysler Ram out here out of Wickenburg, Arizona. They have supplied our Pace vehicle out here. PCI Race Radios also helping out, making sure that our communications here at Core are on point. HMD Graphics out of Tempe, Arizona. Get what you need for all your graphic needs, including the dirt bike graphics that you long for. Adam Grunder out there. I saw Adam. Adam is actually here this weekend. So if you want to go talk with Adam from Big O Tires in Tempe, again, go talk to him. Tell him Mark sent you. That's me. Tell him Mark, the announcer from Core, said, hey, Mark said you can get me tires for $50. Okay, that's not true, but I'm saying just go tell him that. In other words, he can't provide you with 4 tires for $50. But go tell him, just walk in there and say, Mark, the announcer at Core, said you can get me 4 tires for $50 total. Out the door. Mounted and balanced. And we'll just see what he says. It'll probably get them for you for $75. All right. I'll talk with Adam Gruder over there. I'm just trying to make a little hecticness for him. But let's keep talking about more of the sponsors. Hoosier Tires out here with Core, helping us with everything we do. And of course, Weller Racing now on for 2024 with the SR1s, and Weller Racing wanting to continue this. So if you know what SR1 is, or you want to come out here and race your SR1, come back out here. 4 of them out here, 4 of the fastest SR1s on the planet out here today with Corey Weller and Brandon Kilgore, our victor in the SR1 class. So great to have Brandon Kilgore back out here in the driver's seat. And the old man, little salty that I call him the old man, but man, as I'm sitting here on my 55th birthday and he's holding his 4th grandchild, Scott Webster, have nothing but love for you out there, my friend, and I'm so proud of you that you were able to get that car back together, you and everybody else. And the irony there is Charles Etheridge was out there helping, making sure that Scott got his engine in that car so he was able to race out there, and that tells you a lot about the off-road community. Charles Etheridge, as you heard Scott Webster say, thank you, man, for helping him out and getting that car back out on the track. That is what off-road racing is all about. You win out on the track, not in the pits. So congratulations, Charles Etheridge. Thank you for helping. You are an absolute legend. Corey Weller out there trying to chase down Brandon Kilgore, and Brandon Kilgore just simply on rails out here. Welcome to be back. And Brandon Kilgore, it felt so good. You know, I've been doing this racing for a long time and announcing it, and you know, a lot of the racers from Mia Chapman, Ryder Chapman, the Van Beekums, Bobby Van Beekum, Hans Waggy, you know, we talked about Adam Grunder, you know, the kids that came out here, Daley Pennico, Connor McMullen, just to name a few of the racers and kids and families and everybody. The Munns family, I mean, the Munnses were capable of taking me in and becoming one of their own, and just incredible to be out here watching the racers from old times that have been out here racing at Firebird for so long, and it was beautiful to see the SR1 class back out here in, I can't really say in full force, but at least some of the faster and consistent drivers out here. And Corey Weller out here, weird to see her in a car that is not Honey Badger. And you know, if you guys know the story, Honey Badger was the first of the SR1s, and Corey raced that car all the way until we quit, and then the car she's in was a new car that was just coming around, and you know, there were rumors she was supposed to switch, but she switched. Honey Badger not destroyed or gone. Honey Badger's still out there, so hopefully, if anybody's out there listening for the SR1 class, hopefully Honey Badger will be back out here on the Firebird circuit, because I would really love to see a 20 field car strong in the SR1 class. But here we go. Class of the day, 22 cars in there. That's why it's taken us a little longer to stack these cars. And some of the names out here that have been out here all day, Diesel Miller, Jack Wilson, Chase Crawford, Stephanie Warapis, Kyle Niner, Mikey Childress. Mikey Childress is Mikey Childress Jr. His father, longtime off-road racing legend, actually. And yeah, Mikey, I said it. I do believe you are an off-road racing legend. You've been doing it for a long time, and now your son out here in the Core Racing Series. Jackson Leeming, right here out of Chandler, Arizona. Can't say enough about the Leeming family. Absolutely love everybody at the Leeming family, and they're just everywhere here, twined through Core. So Carson Greco been out here all weekend, and Carson Greco, as a lot of the competitors and teams out here, racing multiple classes. And Mason Cotter, as you see out there, I wonder what's going to happen, and maybe that's what we're waiting on. Let's see what's going on. But sit tight, and thank you. And hey, 2 more races to go, everybody. Now it's cooled down, and now you're about to see what off-road racing at Core has to offer here. And stick around. By the way, I got to tell you guys and girls, go to registration, and if you're online or whatever, $10 gets you a ticket to buy, or rather win the Winner's Circle, the banner behind me. So see this banner right here. If you guys want this banner, this banner is it's seasonal, so obviously buy it for $10, take it to your shop, take it to your garage, shoot, take it home as a tarp for your race car for $10, whatever you want. But just go up to registration, tell them you want to enter to win the Winner's Circle backdrop. We're going to give it away tonight. So we're not letting you leave with it tonight, but you're giving it away. You get to win it tonight. So you got to get signed up right now. Get over there, because we're going to give it this away about 6, 7 o'clock. But get as many tickets you want, $10 per ticket. You can see it right there. And it has all the sponsors here. The new one, we got Jones in there. We got them all. Big O Tires, there's Adam. Hoosier Tires in there, HMD, Weller Racing, all on there, and Firebird. And look for the changes. A lot of rumors happening with Firebird, so we're going to see how that comes up. As you know, not necessarily a rumor. Just turn around and look behind you. Firebird Lake is going away. That's right. Firebird Lake is going away. If you haven't looked over, just look behind you to the north, and you're going to see that the lake is empty. If you haven't looked over there, it's almost empty. It's more than 70% evaporated. And that's what you got to do with that lake, is just sit there and let it evaporate, because as long as they don't add water to it, that's the rate it has evaporated for years. So all the white chemical you see out there, that's all the alkaline that water has had, because it does not have an outlet and there is no filter. So that water is sat there for years. I do believe that the lake was filled in the late 70s or early 80s. It might even be earlier than that. I'll have to check to make sure my numbers are correct. But that lake has been here at Firebird. I've been coming out here since 1990. I've been an announcer out here for more than 20 years. And it is crazy to look behind me and see that lake is drying up. I've actually swam in that lake. I've raced in that lake. I have water skied in that lake. I have personal watercraft in that lake. So it is very sad for me to see that lake is drying up. So, okay, just a couple more races left to go, and we are done for race day, round 5 here. Race round 6 tomorrow. And tomorrow, a little bit shorter day. Won't have to qualify. We use the finish of today's race, and tomorrow we go right into racing without qualifying, and that's going to be pretty exciting. So if you're here to watch the races, they're going to start a little earlier. And what a great day of racing we're going to have. And hopefully we'll have 4 SR1 cars, and we can see if they can get their own race tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I think they did fine today. But boy, that was a packed race out there, watching those SR1s thread through those cars. So, all right. I think I've about covered it all here for today. Let's keep it going. We got race number 10 laps out here, 22 cars. This is an incredible race. Some big names out here. Jackson Hodege in this race as well. Wyatt Schmucker, Jaden Manchester, Carson Scalf, Diesel Miller, Jack Wilson, Vincent Riccatelli, Brian Willett, you just saw him in this race, going to come out here and race this race as well. And Declan Shields, you're in your number one qualifier with a 104.1. That's Mason Cotter. So it's going to be slick to see what we got going on here. And you can see Kelvin out there watering the track. So pretty crazy. Sit tight. We're just moments away. Well, I can hear the cars starting up. We must have us a stacked field, 22 cars ready to take this track and do battle. And you've got to be pretty excited about this one. You know, I love it when like when here, sit down. Let's have an interview. Mia Chapman was watching her brother go into turn one, and as you saw, Ryder Chapman went crazy. Now your brother out there, what's your feelings right now?
Oh, I get nervous. 2 races ago, Jackson went. He wrecked. Last race, Cameron went. And then now Jackson's out here again. So it's definitely nerve-wracking. They keep me on my toes for sure.
Well, I mean, no doubt, 22 cars in here going into turn one. I mean, you know, your race, it's hectic. I love the word that was used there. What was the race like for you? The word was hectic. And, you know, not chaotic, nothing crazy, just hectic. And I think it's the best word, you know, because turn one, with the roar of all those engines and all those cars that tightly packed, that could be very intimidating, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, this class for sure is definitely the largest class and arguably one of the most competitive. And, you know, if there's a wreck that's going to happen or a crazy battle that's going to happen, it's going to be in this class. I know I was looking at qualifying times, and like 3rd place to 6th, I think we're within 1/10 of a second. And all top 6 or something were within a second of each other. So everybody's running basically the exact same pace around the track, which means it's going to be a good battle.
That is 100% accurate. And man, are you after my job? That's all right. Hey, if you are, that's cool. Because, man, I would love to see you guys do it. But you are absolutely correct. From 1 to the 6 cars, at least 1 to 5, all of them recording 104. And that is 100% accurate with what you said there. Right there within 100th of a second, you know, and that's just amazing. So that's going to be awesome if one of those top 5 cars, or even that top 5, or even top 6, with Mikey Childress in there, even though he didn't qualify really good there. We can go all the way down to the 12th car. Tatum Forrester and Stephanie Warapis, they are all capable of putting in the lap times. Very competitive there, and as you said, all within a second, and that's amazing.
No, for sure. Everyone's running the same pace, and none of these kids are scared of anything, so it's a fun one to watch.
All right, good job. All right, I'll let you get nervous. I just wanted to interview you there, and you did awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So here we go, everybody. If you're watching live, there's a great shot from the drone. 22 cars on the track. That's what it looks like from about 800 feet up in the air. And green flag. The green flag was late. Nobody jumped. What a great start. All cars bunching up there. But we have a clean race. 22 cars making it through turn 1 together. And now the fun starts as they start weaving through the faster cars. Will start to pull away. And you see Mason Cotter out there. And it makes me wonder, is that a backup car? Is that a different car? A lot of the cars out there that were damaged earlier are out there still. Amazing, simply amazing out there. Great job by all the teams out there getting those cars back out on the course. But out front early it is Carson Greco. He needs this win. Carson Greco with a hard weekend of racing, but now it matters. This is the big race for him. So Carson Greco played safe. Declan Shields right behind him, and Mason Cotter. And already a bicycle in turn 2. And that was Mikey Childress and Jackson Leeming. So Alexander got to be pretty excited now that the brothers still up there in the top 6 cars. Declan Shields to the way inside of turn 4. Such a beautiful race to watch here. Turn 1 now still getting a little crazy. A lot of cars that are now, the dust becomes an issue. But out front enjoying clean air, the 155 of Carson Greco. .195 had to check up there quite a bit in turn 3, or turn 5 rather. Tatum Forrester having to get on the binders hard to avoid being collected in that exchange. And what's happening like the rest of the day? The leaders generally just check out like this. It makes me wonder, if the leader gets out, do they have to do it? So now Mason Cotter reporting another problem, power steering. That is too bad. Mason Cotter now gonna have to manhandle that car, and I know he's gonna be tired if he keeps that in 3rd place. Can Mason Cotter do the entire race without power steering? Can we see? Brian once again with great drone work coming here into turn 4. And the ruts in turn 5 to the inside, unbearable. And some of the cars continue to hit that inside line there in turn 5. So that green car, 3rd place car, Mason Cotter, battling out there with no power steering. And that's a big deal because now Brian Willett, or I'm sorry, that is Jackson Leeming. Jackson Leeming coming up right behind Mason Cotter, and Leeming now has an advantage as Mason Cotter has to drive without power steering. I just don't think he's going to be able to hold on. And there it is. You can see the difference right now. And I just don't think Jackson Leeming knows that Mason Connor is out there with no power steering. Number 401 out on the side of the track. That is Carson Scalf. Wasn't there for long. So good job on the part of Mason Connor, still able to hold Jackson Leeming off for one more lap. But Carson Greco out front. The Jones TRX Ram chase truck out and get this field. And the track crew shuffling around to get cars out of the way. I do believe this is our competition full course yellow. With 5 laps behind, this race was scheduled for a total of 10 laps. And unbelievably, Mason Connor is still out there with no power steering. And you know, I know these cars, even without power steering, not too hard to manhandle. But man, when you got to do it for 10 laps straight, negotiate seven 180-degree turns per lap, that's pretty impressive. So a total of 35 turns left for Mason Connor in that car without power steering. And he's in 3rd place. Very impressive. Mason Connor, you definitely have my hats off to you. Great job. To green, Carson Greco leads the field into turn 2. But now Mason Connor gonna have to get that lead back in front of a very hard charging Jackson Leeming. Jackson Leeming with power steering has the speed to get around him. But Mason Connor refuses to give up. Power steering or not. And man, Mason, my hat is not virtually off to you. My hat is off to you, my friend. You are doing an amazing job out there. And now this time you had four-wheel drive leave you in the last race and no power steering. You are doing absolutely amazing. Carson Greco, Declan Shields, and Mason Cotter. 1, 2, 3. Lauren's all excited. And now Jackson Leamy with his hands full, Mikey Childress. And I do believe that's going to put Mikey Childress now in 4th place. Can Mikey Childress reel in Mason Cotter? Mason Cotter again powering around the track without power steering. And great drone coverage right there. Brian doing a fabulous job being right inside with the racing action. Declan Shields and still Mason Cotter. Just 2 laps to go. So they will all receive the white flag this time around as our leader goes into turn 2. Mason Cotter trying to make a pass without power steering. This man, oh my goodness. Mason Cotter, you are a true warrior making the pass without power steering. Oh! I can't believe that. Well, Mason Cotter's okay now, finding a place to turn that car around. Wow. Oh, and another car over. And that is not our leader. Okay, that is the number. Wow, a little bit of carnage here on the last lap. There it is, the number 2, another wreck. We have 3 or 4 wrecks out on the course right now. That I saw Hart on the side of that car. That's Cash Hart. Another one right here. Our leader almost going over. What the heck? Oh! I don't even know what to do right here, right now, as Cash Hart on his side, Carson Greco on his side, Mason Cotter bicycling, and Declan Shields. All right, let me see if I can make sense of this. Declan Shields, Mikey Childress, and Jackson Leeming, 1, 2, 3 unofficially. But we have got carnage all over the track. Cash Hart, our early leader, Carson Greco. There are cars over in almost every side of this track. Sit tight, everybody. I will keep you posted. There were cars flipping in 30 seconds there, complete chaos. Wow, I just hope that every single racer is okay. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. 22 cars start, 19 cars finish. Carson Greco, Cash Hart, and I know there's one more car that that is over on edge. Wow. So let me see, unofficially, Declan Shields, 1. Mikey Childress, and Jackson Leeming. 1, 2, 3. That's the way I see it. What a race. Well, just one more race to go. Stick around, everybody. We're going to talk with the winners, and I've got to go down there and talk to Mason Cotter. What a great job. What an Iron Man for the weekend. There you go. Stick around. We'll talk to the winners. Well, my goodness, so much to talk about. Listen, I got to go over to talk to him, but I've got to talk to you. Now, no power steering?
No, everything now. No, I got slammed into this turn up here, and my power steering just kept on going out. I kept hitting this button, and I was going up the hill, and it went out, and I biked. I saved it, but then it went over the other way.
Indeed, and you had to sit there and wait for the rest of the field. Well, congratulations to you. I think you did a fabulous job. We'll see you tomorrow. You'll be okay.
Thank you.
All right, my man. All right, let's talk with our winners. I grabbed all the paperwork, and I just left it. That's all right. I know Jackson Leeming. I know Declan Shields. I know all of them. Mikey Childress. I know them all. All right. Well, we'll start it off with the Leeming. Wow. What a race. 22 cars. Complete chaos there at the end there. You stayed solid. You stayed right there. You raced your race. Tell me what I'm missing.
Well, first of all, my race, that was one race before the one we just did. I got in a pretty big tangle up and went over a couple times. Then we had one race to fix the car, changed a bunch of stuff, and then we just let her eat.
You did an amazing job, and you know that also messes with the psyche of your racing, I'm sure, but you were able to keep it together and get here to the third place.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit of vindication?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, let's talk about the people that make your race program happen.
My mom, my dad, XCC, Queen Racing, GBC, Method, SGI, ZRP, Shock Therapy, Bikeman, and everyone else. And Reach Celine.
All right, very good. Jackson Leeming, everybody doing a great job with a big smile that he got it done. Mikey Childress, been a weekend for you, man. Been watching you all weekend. Probably, pretty certain that the results have all pinnacled to right here. But, man, 22 cars up there, there was a lot of chaos.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the most chaotic races I've ever been in and the roughest races. I definitely was not the fastest out there. A lot of those guys were definitely not as scared as me to back it in. And I think I wasn't the fastest, but I definitely was one of the smarter ones out there, and it showed.
Man, I agree, and I think I announced it that way out here. You got to be smart out here, especially when the track gets rough, and especially when there's that many people, because there is going to be a lot of chaos and a lot of breaks.
Yeah, you just gotta run your own lines. Make sure you don't leave anything open, which I left it open a couple times, but luckily, all of my sponsors that keep up on the car were able to keep it going fast.
All right, well, let's talk about those sponsors. Tell them to me. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Heatwave Fuel Factory, City Service Paving, Mountain High, Seal Savers, Wabam Cleaning Products, Optima Batteries, MPI, Toys for Trucks, Blended Canna, and everybody else who helps me get that car here. Thank you.
Man, you know who this guy sounds like? Just like his dad. Where's your dad at? There he is. Man, you sound just like that off-road racing legend right there. But right now, the legend of this race, Declan Shields. I mean, what can we say? 22 cars start. At the end of it, literally when the dust clears, look, the dust is still out there on the lake. You are victorious. How does that feel?
Amazing.
I mean, that is a big field. Tell us about who are some of the people out there you had your eye on, who you had to get around, or who you had to work with?
I knew Cotter. He was going to be a big one, but it showed that he definitely isn't the best at this type of track. And I was blocking him good, and then Greco, he made a big mistake, so it worked.
That was a big one. Right in it, took his wheel right off, man. But you stayed consistent, you stayed clean, and you were definitely fast.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about the people that make your race program happen.
My mom, my dad, my sister, Dylan, Cub, Sparko, GSP, and Core for putting on this event.
Declan, you are always so awesome, dude, and I'm very proud of you. There's a winner out there, 22 car start, Declan Shields on top. Man, if they're going to make a toy after anybody up there, it's got to be Declan Shields, man. He's always a warrior up there, and he was on top today.
That would be really cool. I mean, we should have, action figures of all the racers. That would be awesome.
Like, they had them on dirt bikes. Why not have them here for the kids at Race Core?
Absolutely. You can have little remote control ones, build little jumps. It'd be great.
I love it. There it is, everybody. Make sure you donate toys. If you don't do it here, you can do it at the Ride Now locations at
Phoenix and Surprise, or reach out to me online and we'll get those toys.
I gotta love it. Toys, toys, toys. There it is, everybody. And now we got one more race to go, the Pro Turbos. And if you didn't catch any of them, you better catch this one. Man, great job over here. She's doing amazing. He did amazing. That was a big race for him to be on third place. I know you're pretty proud of that.
Yeah, that was a wild field. 22 cars out there, a whole bunch of, what are they going through, puberty? Yeah. They're all trying to prove something out there, and, everyone made it through safe, and we got on the podium, so I'm happy.
You got to be happy with that. I'm going to give you a high five, my brother. Great to see you, Jackson. You're awesome. I wanted to try to get over here to Mikey Childress, but he looked like he belted. But, hey, we got one more race to go. And this day of Saturday racing right here at Firebird International Raceway is going to be in the history books. But if you haven't watched any race out there online, this next one is the race to watch. It's the Turbo Class coming up next. You got to watch this. Well, all right. I told you guys out there in the live track feed, if you guys haven't seen any race of the day, this is the one to watch. This is the Pro and Amateur Turbo Class. If you are here, you paid to come in here and see it, this is the race you want to watch. The SR1 Class 2, but that one is already in the history books. We ended up getting the SR1 class combined with another class, and it was still very exciting. Okay. Some notables in this class. My co-host today, Mia Chapman, you saw her up here with me during the whole broadcast here online, and she is going to be out there, and she's very easy to recognize because as you saw her sitting next to me, she had on Red Bull everything, and her car is Red Bull everything. So she is a Red Bull sponsored driver out here in the car number 37, and I'm very happy to see her out here in the Turbo Class. Now, in this class, we've talked about him. I told Dan Kelly earlier, I ran into him in the pits during the break. I said, Dan, you got so much mic time today because we were talking about checkers or wreckers, and Dan Kelly definitely embraces that exact statement, checkers or wreckers. And what that means is he's going to win it or he's going to be carried off. That's the way it is. And he drives just like it sounds, and he is going to be sitting on the pole of the car number 704. Ryder Van Beekum right next to him in the car number 64, and it's going to be exciting to see Ryder out here. Andre Comelli in the 733 and Ryan Denny in the 560. And I do believe starting off with those, that is going to be it for the amateurs. Henry Gonzalez in there as well. AJ Burke, Brandon Birmingham, and Ryder Chapman. I think that is the one. Sorry, we had a few more to go. The amateurs, but the pros out there going to be Jason Weller in the car number 48, car number 19, Connor Maxwell, Kyle Arkansas in the number 93, Tyler Herlock in the 1994, Michael Mack in 821, and Bobby Van Beekum, car number 64, Mia Chapman out there, and Sight Lap Steve Hoffman out there. And let's hope Steve can get it done. He had a broken trailing arm today earlier. So did he get it fixed? Is he going to make this race? No matter what, we got the pros, we got the amateurs out there in a pro turbo car, or a turbo car rather. So this is going to be a very exciting race to watch. So stick around, everybody. We got racing action coming up. And while you are here and you're looking here on the live track feed, or you're here at the track, don't forget you can win. You can win the background on the podium, $10. As I said, put it in your shop, put it in your garage, put it anywhere. Buy it and use it as a tarp to cover up your side-by-side. I don't care. You know, you ain't going to find a $10 tarp made of that material. That's all I'm going to say. That'll last you another 10 years, guaranteed. So go get signed up. Go get signed up. We're giving it away here in a couple hours. So go get signed up. Go give $10. For all I know, you might be the only person that signed up. But go over there if you want that banner. We're giving it away. We're giving it away tonight, but you can't have it till tomorrow for obvious reasons. So you win it tonight, you take it home tomorrow. So get over there, $10. Hey, Laura, you should go put $10 in. I'm not kidding. I'll put 5 in. I'm not kidding at all. That'd be. We don't need it? Okay, well, there you go. She said we don't need it. So, but if you do need it, look at that. You know, cut it out and get the pumpkin out of her. Cut it out and get the core official logo right there. You can get any one of our sponsors. Hoosier Tire is in there. You got the HMD in there. You got the Jones, Ford, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler from Wickenburg. I hope I've said it enough for this broadcast. But Jones, Ford, we are so lucky to have you out here. The Pace vehicle is absolutely amazing. It is the TRX Ram. And if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out when it's parked. That thing is a beast. Bilstein shocks. It's got all the amenities and widened long travel suspension. Well, we'll call it mid-travel, not quite long travel. But in the desert racing community, that's mid-travel with good Bilstein active shocks, I might add, and a lot of programmable stuff. And if it's anything, and I'm just speaking from just kind of what I'm thinking, if it's anything like the Raptor, air-conditioned seats. Casey Kane, have you ever sat in air-conditioned seats? Oh, let me tell you something. If you're like me and you own, I own cars. Probably, I think the newest car I've ever had is a 2005 Expedition. But if you own cars that have air-conditioned seats, or have never had them, and you sit in an air-conditioned seat, I'm just telling you, you think something's wrong with you, because feeling that air conditioning coming through the seat is absolutely amazing. And I know that sounds hilarious, but if you're like me and you're from 1969, air-conditioned seats are the new fashion. I don't know, man. They're crazy. So, all right, stick around. It's the Pro and Amateur Turbo coming up next. Well, there it is, the hum of a turbo car. If you guys are listening to that, it is just a little different from a naturally aspirated car. You can hear that, a different whine, it's a different howl, it's a different beast. And there are three of the best right out front right there. And man, what a stacked field. Bobby Van Beek, Mia Chapman, my co-host up here in that beautiful, and you know, the most incredible thing I love about seeing Mia Chapman out here, she's returned to racing. And that's a big deal. Jason Weller. I love seeing Jason Weller out here. This is, again, we've talked about it, all of the people that have been racing short course on this track, I might add, for more than 6-7 years. Jason Weller is a name that has been on this course on and off in those 7 years. As sometimes he comes out, he doesn't get a race. He ends up just being here for Corey Weller, because Corey Weller, and she now, as I look over to see Corey Weller to our right, she is spotting for Jason Weller. And Mia Chapman out there, and loving to see her out here dicing it up, and we're going to see how she does out. Sight lap Steve, the number 64 of Bobby Van Beekem out there as well. But let's get to it. If I know how things are going to happen, they're going to get the green flag this time around. We're going to do one more? Okay. All right, so indeed a sight lap, and you know, there was a lot of maintenance done on this track, because right here in turn 3, that was looking pretty dangerous. As you saw, we had a lot of carnage at the end of our last race with 22 cars out there, and I know Kelvin up to the task to make sure that this track is safe as these turbo cars take the track. And that's the thing, these turbo cars, they need just a little more room, because these cars, they're fast. I mean, they are. Dan Kelly, for example, with a 104 in the last in qualifying, a 104.2, that makes him the fastest qualifier in the turbo class. And Ryder Van Beekem as well with the 104. And we'll see how it goes. So we're going to let him go one more time. You see Jason sliding that in that mud, getting that mud grooved in. Look at Mia Chapman, that beautiful 37 car. And the man we know and call. Yep, let him get that track worked in. Sight lap Steve, he's able to get that car back out on course. And very unique to see the car out there. As you see the bumper just a little different on that car. That's telling me that that is a desert car. But they were able to lower that car and get it set up here for short course racing. A little bit smaller wheels out there. And it's great to see out here in Core. If you got a car that is safe and able to race, bring it out here. Let's race. We have a class for you. So the two cars out front, though, I thought we were going to be seeing Dan Kelly, but it is Connor Maxwell, the number 19 car. And right next to him, it is Jason Weller. So I'll probably have to take a picture and see who's the amateurs out there and the pros. All right, we got them one more lap around as the track a little muddy. That way now they have 2 laps around the track on their sight lap, but this time around, the Jones Ford Jeep Ram TRX is gonna peel off the track. You'll see it here in a second, and we're gonna go green. You can see Rowley out there, one of the most famous photographers in off-road racing, sitting out there at the fence, getting ready to watch this unfold, as he always says. And I know he's going to get a great shot here of this start. Here we go. The cars are going to tighten up. They're going to stack up. You see the TRX slowing them up. They start side by side. Jason Weller and Connor Maxwell in the front row. Who's it going to be through turn 1? They are side by side. Tighten them up, boys and girls. We're going green. Jason Weller with the jump. You can see the Van Beekum car trying to get to the inside of that turn one, doing a great job. Coming up with the bumper, upside lap Steve Hoffman. But out front, it's Weller into turn two, right there with the number 19 car of Connor Maxwell. And third place right now, sitting in there, it's the Kyle Argonaut car of 94, and that is more than certainly the number 64 car of Bobby Van Beekum. And Jason Weller poised, looking good through turn four. And all cars so far looking clean, giving everybody the room they need. And as you see, these turbo cars, as I said, need a lot more room. These are a bigger car. These are a fast car. They are turbo. And Jason Weller airtime on that finish line jump. But now the strategy, we got 10 laps to go. This is lap number 2. So strategy plays a big part here in this race. Bobby Van Beekum now trying to get a door in on teammate Kyle Argonaut. But Bobby Van Beekum playing it smart here. Looking for that opportunity, and I think he's going to get it. Bobby Van Beekum with a perfect apex on turn 4, and again on turn 5. Bobby Van Beekum definitely showing his experience out here. Now onto the tarmac with a great shot there of Jason Weller. As Glenn just pointed out to me, and we talked about it earlier, I told you about that desert car out there. Well, I learned a little more about it, and it's a new deal with Upfit and the Geyser side-by-side deals. And it's great to see that car out here. And yeah, we did mention it because you can see that bumper sticking out. That is definitely a desert car, and as I said, smaller wheels, lower it down, come out here and go short course racing. I mean, why not? To lower the car, you're just a matter of a spanner wrench. Spanner wrench and limit straps. So great job either way. Bobby Van Beekum just skying over the finish line jump. Puts a wheel in on turn 1. You can tell Bobby's got 4-wheel drive this time. Was able to make up almost 4 cars on the number 19 of Connor Maxwell. Bobby to the inside. He now sets his sight on Jason Weller. Bobby Van Beekum with the pass finds himself in second place. Now, I said it earlier, Bobby Van Beekum with being plagued by gremlins here. And I hope again that they don't show up here for this race. Bobby Van Beekum now in second place has what it takes, and I know Jason Weller is going to start feeling the pressure from Bobby Van Beekum, because if Bobby can just get a little bit further from Connor Maxwell, Bobby Van Beekum's going to set his sight. And Connor Maxwell with a great setup into turn 7. So as I was stating, Bobby Van Beekum with a lot of gremlins, as we saw him running in 2-wheel drive earlier. But right now, Bobby Van Beekum, the car looks dialed, so now he gets to set his sight and go racing with Jason Weller. And that means Corey Weller's very busy over here as well, saying, hey, Jason, Bobby's coming after you. Bobby Van Beeken. What a great shot there, right? I don't know if you just saw that, Glenn, but I just got that saying. I don't even know how to say this again. Bobby Van Beeken plagued with a DNF. You can't see it out there, but Bobby is off the course. Well, good for Connor Maxwell now. But now let's look out here at the car number 37, Mia Chapman. Mia Chapman now in 4th place. All she's got to do is get around that green car right in front of her. Can she do it? And she's going to make a podium in her first time back. So can she set it up? Or is she waiting? She's already around Kyle Argonaut. Whoa! Hey! If you can't go around him, go through him! Well, that's too bad. I was just talking about Mia Chapman with only one more car to go around, and now it looks like the car I actually don't know what's happening. So the cars went over the wheels, but that could be a broken axle, and that's tough luck. That's literally a tough break for Mia Chapman. But at this point, that's going to bring out the full course competition, Yellow. I believe. Well, that was pretty interesting one way or the other to see that. Well, let's recap really quick. Look out there. So much things to digest here today. Jason Weller out front, Connor Maxwell. Now Kyle Argonaut finds himself in 3rd place. The 32 car of Ryder Chapman. Could Ryder Chapman be out front of the amateur class once again? Sight Lap Steve looking great out there up in the 4Runners. And loving to see the number 877 car. All right, now as we wait for this field to bunch up again, I want to remind you one more time, because we're giving it away in a couple of hours. I got to remind you, if you guys want $10 per ticket, you got to get it right now. Get signed up. We're going to be giving it away here in a couple hours at the after hours party right here tonight in the pits. We're going to be partying by the registration trailer. We were talking about doing it right here in the grandstands. That way I just plug in right here where I'm sitting. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to actually set up a system over by registration, and we're going to party down by registration in the dirt. We're going to have a good time tonight. It is time to dress up, everybody. You dress up your vehicle. I know. All right, here it comes. So get signed up, $10 right now. They're bunching up. We've just got a few more laps to go. And we are going to see if Jason Weller can stay out front of this turbo class. Green flag, we're going racing. Kyle Argonaut with a jump, and Ryder Chapman enjoyed a great day of racing. Unfortunate Mia Chapman out of the race. unofficially, I'm going to put it in as Ryder Chapman, the first in the amateur, and Ryder Van Beekum right behind him in the number 64 car, the black and white livery. Ryder Chapman enjoying the red livery of the same car. We wanted to see a battle of the riders, and it looks like we got it. Whoa! Connor and Jason dicing it up in turn 7. Connor Maxwell got around Jason Weller, but Jason in the same corner said, wait a second, no way. So now it's a drag race down the back straightaway. You see a great shot there of Connor Maxwell's car from the drone. Man, we got to stay on that race. I would be on that race. Here we go. Jason Weller with 3 more laps to go in the number 48 car. Connor Maxwell, what a pass you tried to put on Jason Weller. That was outstanding to watch. But now right behind him, Carl Arcanaut. There we go. Let's watch this from the drone. You can see these two. These are two doing battle. And this dust coming up. Great job of watering, but man, with these fast and this many turbo cars, the track degrades very quickly. Here we go. Jason Weller with 2 laps to go. Connor Maxwell out for blood. He wants Jason Weller, but check this out. The riders, the battle we were looking for. That's for first place in the amateur ranks. Ryder Van Beekum and Ryder Chapman. Ryder Van Beekum. Can he get up to Ryder Chapman? Kyle Arcanaut in 3rd place in the pro class. And Jason Weller already checking up. His door's full. They touch going into turn 5. Just 2 more turns, or 3 more turns of negotiating Jason Weller. And this is where Connor Maxwell made some time up. Jason Weller again. Closing the door. It's a drag race to the checker flag. Who's it gonna be? Oh, white flag. Sorry about that. I'm screaming checkered flag and it wasn't the checker flag. That was the first mistake I've ever made in my life right there. And you guys were here to witness it. Okay, let's reiterate that. 1 more lap to go. That's right. Oh, no. That was the Mandela effect there. It was the checkered flag, but I called it wrong. But we still got a nail biter no matter which lap it is. Jason and Connor Maxwell. Now I'm going to get excited. Can Jason stay out front? They bump 1 more time. Connor Maxwell wants that position. Hey, he did, but he's still in 2nd place. Can he keep the car? He got stuck. Oh, no. Oh, broken wheel anyhow. Wow. They touched going into turn 5 right there. We're going to tell. Let's see if Jason's car's damaged at all. Jason Weller. Wow. Well, you know what? You can see inside the window there when the drone got there, Brian doing a great job, that Connor Maxwell is okay. Connor Maxwell wanted that position so bad he was willing to do anything to go to the inside of Jason Weller. Well, let's see if I can see how it is. Jason Weller, Kyle Arcanaut. And Ryder Chapman, your first of the amateurs. Great job. So I'm going to come over here and get it. But our first place in the pros, Jason Weller. Congratulations. Sit tight. We're going to interview the drivers right after this. And hey, everybody. All I got to say, stick around. Go get your Halloween costumes on. We're partying in the pits right over here at registration tonight. So if you boys and girls want to come out and party with us, get your Halloween costume on. Dress up your rig. We're coming around to check out your rig. We got all kinds of cool stuff. Stick around. We're going to talk to the winners right after this. love this job. Good job. You make it great as well. You guys honestly just love this. Yeah, no, you guys do a lot of work. I know. It's my part. But, you know what I mean? I do. 2 plus 2 is 4. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream. I love it. I love it.
You want me to take it?
You can take it anytime, but the biggest one. Let's get these pros up here. But while they're getting up here, you got to be pretty excited about that one more time. This is the last time for the toys. If we're not going to donate here tonight, where can we donate?
For the toy drive, we can donate at Ride Now Phoenix, Ride Now Surprise, out here tomorrow. If everyone's going to be out here tomorrow, in December here at the event. And then reach out to me online, and we can get those toys.
All right, very good. I'm excited about that. Who do we have up here? Do we have the pros or amateurs up here? Yes, indeed, Pro Turbos. Come on, guys. And man, did we get Connor Maxwell off the rail? And can somebody, if you guys can hear me out there, Connor Maxwell, come up here, dude. I want to talk to you. But right now, 1, 2, and 3, Jason Weller. Where did we get here? I messed that all up. Jason Weller, Kyle Arcanaut, and Bobby Van Beekum on my podium. Wow, do my eyes deceive me? Well, you know what? This is a podium that I love because, you know, I have these slips to make sure I know their names. This is one that I don't need any slip for. Bobby Van Beekum, man. I've been announced it. You've been plagued by a lot of DNS, a lot of breakages, man. But today you got it done in the third place, and I know you were chasing Jason there for a little bit. I know you were looking to get a battle going with him.
Yeah, we almost got it done. We actually overheated. I had to pull off and restart the car. Went over to the pits and checked the car, and it was in lit mode. Put it back in after the caution. Then I just drove as hard as I could from the rest of the way up. But that track was pretty brutal at the end. You guys seen the dust? Those holes were. We thought we were desert racing today. It was pretty brutal, but it was a great race. Just want to thank Core and all the guys for coming out, and thank you guys for all the help. Always a great competitive racing with these guys. This is my first race I ever got to race with my kid, so there was a hell no. That kid was not beating me. He was the last person I passed, and I was not letting him beat me. So sorry, Ryder, but maybe next time.
I don't think he's going to be upset. I mean, happy to see you up here, and you know it. You guys are still father son, so I know he's happy. All right, well, let's talk about the long list of people that make it happen over there at R&R Steel in the Van Beekum pit.
Yeah, we got some good folks on our team. We got Muzzy Racing, then my son and Ryder put the motors together, and then Jason's been helping us out all year long of all the parts, anything I need. Jason's got it in stock for these Can-Ams, and you know we've had PPI tune the cars this year. Yeah, we got our Racers for Christ here tonight. Remember tomorrow morning 7:30 is church right here on the top of the podium. If you guys want to get your hearts blessed with the rest of us.
Did you see that's Eddie?
Yeah, that is Eddie. I brought it.
One and only Eddie.
Yeah, one and only Eddie. We want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here, but that's about it.
All right, Bobby, we're proud of you, and you got it done, man. You got that one for the weekend.
All right, thank you. It's been great.
All right, let's keep going. Another part of this crew over here, though, Kyle Arcanaut. And, man, you fly in, you get in the car, and, man, you've been on rails all weekend. You just needed that one moment where you could get in here and show that you're a racer.
Yeah, you know, it was pretty tough out there. Van Beekum has built me a brand new car, and it is a rocket ship. You know, we're having some issues with it overheating. Been battling all weekend, and so I was just trying to conserve the car, and then Connor Maxwell had a little bit of a tumble, so I was able to pick up the second place.
Man, it looked great. There was a lot of carnage going on up there. Connor Maxwell high-centered it, trying to get in on Jason. And as Tim pointed out over there at Weller, you know how hard it is to pass Jason. And Jason can be really fat in those corners and definitely not give it anything up to you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hopefully once I get my car figured out, I go give Jason a little run for his money, but we'll see.
You hear that?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about the people you want to say thank you to.
I'd like to thank God. I mean, he kept me safe out there for sure. I mean, the track was rough. Sun was in your eyes and dust was everywhere. So, he was really looking out for me. R&R Steel Racing, Danger's on Off-Road, Van Beekam's, like I said, they do so much for me. They built me a brand new car. G-Force Racing, Double E Racing, he's been coming out here and helping with us this weekend. Everybody that helps into our race program, it's really just a blessing. And my friends and family, and then, my beautiful girlfriend, Peyton, she puts up with me flying out here to race.
You always got to do that one, dude. That's the biggest one. All right, make some noise. Kyle Arcana in second place. But the man of the hour of the weekend, their winner, Jason Weller. Jason got out front. You let it wire to wire. But right there at the end, Connor Maxwell, he was doing everything he could. Passed you in turn 7 out here, and on the same corner, you went right back in and got the lead back. But, man, take us to it, man. Connor Maxwell definitely put it in on you.
Yeah, the track was super rough, so he ripped it first, so that makes it, he goes down and, digs out chunks, and so it's basically like chunks you're racing on, and when you go in a corner, kind of every turn, it's, unpredictable. It's really cool because it's kind of like desert racing, like Bobby said, but it was super gnarly, so I'm all, kind of playing it safe, get up there and, the points lead, and I'm thinking about that, and then these guys are catching me so fast, and Corey's like, 8 cars, all right, 4 cars, all right, 2, you got to go, and thank for her because she was letting me know everything was going on, and I was just trying not to mess up, and it was so hard, but I could definitely feel him there. I could feel how bad he wanted that for sure, but held him off. Yeah, I just kept it tight, and luckily held it to the end, and hopefully it was a good show for everybody. But I like door-to-door stuff like that. I'll do it all day long. It's fun to come out and battle with these guys, and afterwards we hang out and stuff. So it's really cool. Hopefully we can keep it that way. And huge thanks to our whole crew. We have a huge crew out here from Weller Racing and all our friends and family and a bunch of guys from the shops. So it'd be cool to hang out with everybody. And thanks to our sponsors, Can-Am, Sparco, Demon Axles, Jeff for getting us violin for lunch, and all our fans that watch us, Core for putting this on. Thanks for having the class. Thanks for having the SR1 class, and let's make it bigger.
I agree. You guys do me a favor, though. Put your hands together, please, Warriors. The Turbo Pro class and Jason Weller standing out on top. That's got to be quite a podium right there. Good job, gentlemen, and thank you. But now coming up next to the podium, we got the amateurs, and this man has been simply on fire all weekend long. And, his sister was out there as well. Another one that would be great to see out there racing as well. So coming up next, amateurs, come on, gentlemen. And the one I was talking about there was Ryder Chapman. And Ryder Chapman, second race on top of this podium. And I just got you 3, or I should have, this is Brandon Birmingham, right? Come on up here. Brandon, is that correct? All right. Well, let's talk with you, man. Big field out there, lots of stuff. The word of the day has been hectic, so take us from it. What was it like for you out there?
It was just super rough. It's my first race back into racing in probably 10 years. And, I bought Jaden's old car, so I want to thank him for selling me a fast car. And super fun. And just trying to stay clean.
I mean, that's the right car to do it, because then you don't get to make the excuse, well, it's not me, it's the car. So that car is track proven, and the only thing to it is the guy between the steering wheel and the seat. So good job on that. All right, well, let's talk about the people that make your race program happen.
Well, my parents, my beautiful girlfriend, Copper State Collision, Fadro Motorsports, Sandcraft, and Stacy's Store.
All right, you're local here in Arizona.
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome back to racing.
Thank you.
All right, third place, doing great out there, but let's keep it going. I said I wanted to see it. I wanted to see, look who I see out here too. Another face we know. We're getting the band back together, and I love it. Well, where was I at? I wanted to see a battle between the riders, and I finally got it. And man, gotta hand it to him. The boy was fast today.
Yeah, Ryder's car and himself since Glen Helen. He's improved a lot as a racer. It's good to see.
I mean, you got to be glad to have you guys are all on the team. Kyle Arkin, your dad's very proud that you guys got to race in the same race out there. You got to be proud of the whole R&R Steel team and everything.
For a better day tomorrow. You know, obviously some issues in the NA cars earlier. But yeah, good weekend.
Well, you know, don't discredit it. I mean, you've got the speed as well, so it was just his day today. On rails, both of you, and you gave me a lot to work with and a lot to converse about on the microphone. So you got to be proud of that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's talk about the people you want to say thank you to.
My mom and dad. I want to thank God for keeping me safe through this. I want to thank Matt and Kevin for prepping my car. Rob for building our motors, and E2R suspension.
All right, very good. You guys make some noise. Ryder Van Beekum looking great, but the winner today, Ryder Chapman, boy. So many things speed up, and I want to talk to you about. Like, again, I used to interview your sister, and she was really shy. Now we got to work with you, because if you're going to be winning these things, my friend, we got to get your interviewing skills down pat. Take us from it, man. You were out there, and you just had a great race.
Kind of the same thing with the NA car. I just knew if I just stayed, I didn't try and wreck anybody. Nobody tried to wreck me. If I just stayed out of the chaos, it was going to be good. It was a little chaotic. Some desert racing out there, I got real dusty, but there was a lot of cars on that track, so the track was going to deteriorate. It was still really fun, though. Had a blast. I was trying to get at Kyle, but the roost was just getting too much. I had to back off a little bit. It was hurting.
Kyle was looking good, man, and out there in the pro class, but you were right there. You know, I was telling your sister, so how long until he turns pro now that you're out here putting the hurting on the pros?
Oh, it won't be too long. Next season, me and Ryder will be going pro, so.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, it will be fun. I made a lot of improvement. I got more comfortable in the turbo cars, my first ever year being in one. So it's a whole new learning experience, but it's still really fun.
All right, so I'm going to do it. I don't know where your sister's at. Where's she at? She's probably back in the pits. Who's faster, you or your sister? He's not going to do it. I know. Are you going to do it?
No comment.
Well, congratulations. Let's hear you. Who want to say thank you to?
My mom, my dad, R&R Steel, Muzzy, L2R shocks. The shocks were great.
Take your time. Take your time.
God for keeping me safe. AIM, Jason Weller, he stepped out a lot. We got a new boot from him, and he also gave us brakes. He's just been an overall help with the new turbo car, getting that figured out. Who else? Kind of just blanked out. Extreme Machine Fabrication, and anyone else that helps me, thank you.
All right, well, you know that comment was for me, and you know I was playing with you both. Make some noise, the amateurs here. They finish it up. And Ryder Chapman on top of that, and that's going to do it for today. Great to see you out here. All right, one last time. You get it one last time before I sign off here for today.
All right, bring those toys out tomorrow, and in December, we got to give those kids with PKU and allied disorders a good Christmas.
All right, there it is. You better get on it. Well, that's going to do it for here. Day one, round number 5 is in the history books. We'll see you all tomorrow. Same channel, same thing, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.